I remember being 5 years old and like, whoa, I feel buzzed. I feel different. I like this feeling. I don't like the taste so much, but I like the feeling of it.
Right.
That's what kind of led me into that like curiousness of like, okay, there's something else out there in this world that can make me feel different whenever I want.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the #1 mental health and addiction podcast, the Hopeaholics. I am your girl, Natalie Eva Marie, and these are my boys.
I'm Chad.
Hi, I'm Shane.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow us on our socials and wherever you get your podcasts.
Got a new episode dropping every Monday and Thursday. Please come check it out.
This episode is brought to you by the Infinity Group. You guys, if you or a loved one is suffering, please call us today. The number is right here on the screen. We are here for you 24/7. Now, let's get into the episode.
Richard, welcome to the Hopeaholics podcast.
Thank you.
We're starting, huh?
I know, I was waiting for you to like tap in. He always watches the clock so that he can be.
Well, I brought my computer since my iPad is down, and then I was gonna have to do a whole bunch of like getting the sheet up.
But you got
Can you airdrop it to me?
Oh, you don't have it?
No.
Oh.
I think this will be a while. Should I start talking, Emily? Because when? Right now? Richard, welcome to the Hopeaholics podcast. How was that, Emily? We don't really have any kind of intro.
Yeah.
But how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. I can't complain.
We're
happy to be here.
Where do you live now?
I'm in Riverside County.
You're in
So
Riverside?
I'm still in the IE, yeah, but Riverside County. Yep. We're at the 215.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know where I grew up was Grand Terrace. You know
Grand
where that-
Terrace.
right off of Barton Road right there.
Yep. I know exactly where that's at. I
Yep.
was born and raised San Bernardino.
Nice.
St. Bernardine's, probably the oldest hospital there.
Nice.
Yeah. I heard they're remodeling it, so I don't know. Hopefully, because that hospital is really old.
Not a fancy place. I see you keep
No.
looking over at
Yeah,
me,
because your
Natalie.
airdrop's not on.
I don't know how. Just never mind. Forget it. Well, I'll wing it. You roll the paper.
Mm-hmm.
So you grew up in San Bernardino?
For a little bit, yeah, for the first part of my life, and then we moved all over. We moved all around the IE, basically. Rialto, Colton, Fontana. My dad went to high school, full high, Fontana High School. Graduated Eisenhower in Rialto.
Oh, you did?
So, yeah, well, not me, my dad.
Oh, your dad
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Okay.
So we kind of bounced around, when I was younger and stuff like that. And then later on, we ended up moving to Temecula. And
Okay.
that's where we ended up at. Yeah. So my parents wanted to get us out of that little environment there,
Yeah.
which was good. Really got me out of my comfort zone, going to a place where at the time, Temecula, there was nothing there, especially where I was at. It was the French Valley area. And I think the nearest grocery store was probably 20 minutes away, So, yeah, going from a place like, Rialto, San Bernardino, seen a lot of poverty, seen a lot of stuff going on, right? And then you move to a place like Temecula, it's like, whoa, what's going on? It's a way different place. So it opened my eyes to a lot of things. And I think that's where I learned a lot of different stuff, different stuff that my cousins and other people probably just didn't experience, which I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my parents doing that move and getting us out of that area.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like such a huge one because I feel the same thing just like with myself and my brothers, because cultural capital does wonders for kids. Like we moved into a neighborhood that technically I guess my parents couldn't afford, but yet they got us out of Oakland where my dad was raised. But if you don't see something, especially as a kid, you don't know if it's like actually tangible for you to achieve.
Right.
Because if you're just around, and it's not trying to say like less than or better than, it's just giving the opportunity to see something more and greater than, instead of thinking that you have to stay stuck in doing whatever in your little radius, It opens up your eyes to a whole new, I guess, what's that song? A whole new world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that song?
I
But
don't
I know what you're talking
What
about.
is that song?
It's The Little Mermaid.
Isn't it?
I think so.
That's
I got 3 daughters, so I
you
should-
do?
Yeah.
Okay, how old?
14, 12, and 8
Yikes.
or 9.
You have
She just
3
turned 9.
daughters?
3 daughters. 3 daughters, 1 boy.
How old's your son?
My son is 7, so he's
Okay, so
the
he's the
baby.
youngest.
He's the youngest.
Oh.
So yeah, we tried 3 times because we wanted the boy.
Yeah.
And no, it was girl.
That's funny.
Let's wait. girl again, and then boy. So, yeah.
Did you go and make sure that you were having a boy?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
my parents did the same thing. They had boy, 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 and then they had to like make sure that this last fourth was a girl.
Is that you?
hmm
Yeah.
Franchise, baby.
Yep. The wife planned it all out.
Yep, my mom
and
did
I
too.
just went and performed.
Yep.
I'm good. You know.
Yep,
So,
same.
and
My
now
dad-
boy's here. So
There you go.
Yeah.
So wow, you guys have a family of 6.
family of 6.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness, how long have you guys been married?
Well, we've been together for 16 years. Been married for I want to say 8, half of that.
Okay.
Mhm.
And 16. I feel like you guys look so young.
Yeah. Well, I'm 36. She's 33. You know.
So
and
since
we
you
got
guys were
together-
babies.
Yeah.
babies. Yeah. And it's a pretty interesting story how we met.
Yeah, how'd you meet?
You know, I was on house arrest, so I couldn't leave. I was stuck at my house. She's from Texas originally.
Oh, okay, what
So,
part?
East Texas, Henderson.
Okay.
So closer to Louisiana than Dallas.
Okay.
That's how far east. And she was visiting her mom. Her mom's from California, and she lived 2 doors down from where I was at. And I was on house arrest, man, so I knew everybody that went up and down that street. You know, I could hang out in my garage,
Sure.
couldn't go past it. So I was looking out, and, you know, I walk out, and I'm like, who's that girl? I've never seen her before. You know, and I have a little brother. He's 5 years younger than me, and she has a little sister. Well, the little sister lived over here. My wife, she was from Texas. So my wife was just visiting, you know, for summer, stuff like that. And I was like, hey, who is that over there at, you know, so-and-so's house? Oh, that's her sister. She's visiting from Texas. Okay, cool. You know, my friend was actually deploying to the military. He was leaving for the Army, and they wanted to throw him a big party. Well, I couldn't go nowhere. So I say, hey, you know what? Throw the party here at my house. That way I could attend. I could be here. I want to see you go off, and we'll just do it here. So I invited her over, said, hey, we're throwing a big party tonight. Come over, bring your sister, bring whoever.
Bless you.
Just
Thank you.
come. You know what I mean? I just wanted to meet her.
And you had your old ankle monitor
And I had my
on?
ankle monitor on, man, and I made sure, you know, that she came over, and ever since then, we've been together ever since. And the cool thing was that she basically did my time with me because she was there with me every single day.
Oh my gosh.
played
Look, see, you
pool.
don't actually have to really go out on a date
There
ever.
you go.
You don't have to go out on
How
a
does
date.
That's what I tell people. I said, stop looking, let it come to you. You know?
You hear him? Hear that too, Emily?
I need to walk up.
Talking
I
to
need to
the-
walk like by a lot of people's houses.
Yeah, you need to go on house arrest maybe.
Then I'll be stuck.
Yeah, you got to run through neighborhoods. You can't
Yeah.
just like run on the where do you run? I mean, I don't want
Oh,
people
yeah.
to know your
The
path,
trail.
but you live you.
I don't go by any houses.
Yeah, there are no houses.
None.
Is that safe
Yeah. it's
for a
safe.
pink-haired girl to be running? Oh, I just want everybody to know she has a
Belgian Malinois.
Belgian Malinois running with her. So
Okay.
he's a trained killer,
Yeah.
literally a trained killer. So give it a go.
Yeah. Give it a go. She's ready. She is ready to go at this point in time.
She,
Wait, that's like really crazy.
It's a- cool story.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, that's when I realized I'm like, okay, she's the one, because nobody would wait for me. I was on there for like 8 months, 6 months, something like that. And I promised her every single day, I'm like, when I get out of here, I'm going to take you on a date. I promise. Like, just let me get out of here. Let me do my
Oh
time.
my God! Now we need to have
Now
her.
we need to
now
know
we
if,
have.
if
we
there
have
was
a-
a date.
Well, now now we need to have her. She's with us. She's beautiful. She's right behind us. Now we're gonna have to have a part 2 and
Yeah.
where she's on the podcast, because anybody listening, I'm sure that it's like, wait, so you saw the ankle monitor and we're like, yep, that's the one.
No, and that's the
Sign
thing.
me
That
up.
was my next point. She just kept laughing at me. She's like, okay. You know, I mean, she probably was just like, whatever, dude. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, I'm just here for the summer. We're just
Sure.
Sure. I don't know anybody here. You're the only person I know. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
where else am I
maybe
gonna go?
maybe that's how she probably started, and then fell in love after
Yeah.
her summer. You know,
Yeah,
the summer.
that's what I like to think. You know,
Yeah.
it's like we just hit it off, and we became really good friends, and that's the part that like really set the tones. Like, we were friends first.
Sure.
You know, we spent a lot of time together, talking, getting to know each other, and then we moved into like a relationship. you
Yeah.
know? And that was my thing too. Is like, I didn't want to move into a relationship. Me being on an ankle monitor, couldn't
Sure.
even take her out on a proper date. I was like, let's just take this slow. You know, let's just be friends.
Mhm.
And that's why I kept saying, when I get out of here, when I'm, you know, able to, I'm gonna take you on a date, and we're gonna, you know, see where this can go. But her plan was to leave. She
Of
was only
course.
gonna be here for 2 months.
Yeah.
And then she was gone.
Mhm.
Right. I was the one that's like, no, like, I'm gonna keep this going. you
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
and then so later on down the line, it turned into her not leaving and ended up staying.
Wow.
4 kids later, 16 years later, here we are.
That
Wow.
is really wild.
Yeah.
I want to go back though. What led to the ankle monitor?
Drugs and alcohol. Drugs and alcohol. Everything that I've gone in trouble for have been from drugs and alcohol. Bad decisions. I used to do like a lot of graffiti and stuff like that. Do a lot of pills. You know, I'd mix pills with alcohol, blackout, have no idea where I was, you know, and that's how I got arrested. So woke up one day in jail and had to hear the story basically from the cops and everything that's going on. You know, I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And this is what I got to deal with. Did that stop me? No, I still kept doing it. None of that stopped me, you know. Got in the DUIs, got in, you know, just getting a lot of trouble with alcohol and just never seemed to have it realized like, oh, maybe I should stop. Maybe I should start taking a different approach in life. It was more of like, this is just who I am. Like, I'm going through a phase right now. I'm figuring myself out. Like, nah, it wasn't until I finally realized like I'm the problem. I got to figure out why deep down inside am I masking all this pain and stuff like that with these substances, you know. And me, it started off very young. I remember taking my first drink at 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I would. My dad would be drinking a beer, right?
Yep.
And he'd be like, "Hey, go get me another beer." Okay, you know, go run over, grab my dad's old beer. There'd be a little bit left.
Oh, yeah.
And I would take that drink and sip it, go grab him a new one, and I would do that process all weekend, right? Because my dad drank. Well, yeah, I remember being 5 years old and like, whoa, I feel buzzed. I feel different. I like this feeling. I don't like the taste so much, but I like the feeling of it.
Right.
That's what kind of led me into that like curiousness of like, okay, there's something else out there in this world that can make me feel different whenever I want. You know, so I remember that. And then by 13 years old, I was full on smoking weed, drinking, taking pills here and there, you know, whatever I could find. I was 13, so I'd just go through cabinets of like family members, you know, houses and read it and, oh, what's this? You know, oh, hydrochloric. I know that's good. You know, that's some good stuff there. Let me take a few of those, you know? So yeah, it was just every bad decision, everything that I went to jail for, got in trouble for had something to do with alcohol or drugs. And yeah, so that's where I'm at now and completely sober. And it's just amazing what happens when you actually like start to reevaluate your life, take control of yourself, figure out what's going on deep down, and then find a way, find a solution that's going to help you, you know, to get through that, you know.
What was that like pivotal moment for you to be like, damn, I'm the problem? Like what is it?
My wife actually left with the kids.
Oh, damn. Wow. So, when you guys got together, you were still in the mentality of like, not sure, like this is just kind of who I am. And then ended up together, but still in your addiction. Yeah.
This was about 7 years ago that this happened. So, you know, we met in 2008. So I think around 2019, 2020, around there is when I had that big old, like, dude, I'm the one hurting my family. And I was always that guy. It's like, if anybody came in and hurt my family, I would, you know, do this to them, do that to them. And then I had to take a step back and I'm like, I'm that guy. I'm the one that I'm talking about. Yeah. So what am I going to do about it now? I talk this big old game that I would do this and that, but here I am. I'm the one hurting my family. Nobody else is.
Right.
You know? And so, yeah, I came home to an empty house. I came home to, and the thing is, my wife was telling me, the kids were telling me, they were giving me signs. They were telling me, Dad, like, can we not drink this weekend? Let's go to the park. Let's do this. You know, the wife was saying, you know, let's just have beer this weekend. Don't do the hard alcohol thing, you know, or whatever. So there were signs there. You know, I can't just say I went home and I had no idea. Yeah. No, I knew for years what was going on. And I would promise all the time, I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to drink. You know, those empty promises, right? So it got to the point where, yeah, she just got tired of it. I came home, walls were bare, pictures were down, closets were empty, dressers were opened, empty. I knew what had happened.
This episode is brought to you by Wolfpack Bags. This gear is meant for anybody gym, lifestyle, to anybody that's on the move. I mean, I like to say that us here and everybody that tunes in, we're not average, we're always a wolf. They have all the goods that you need, especially for anybody that is looking for a bag to carry their meal prep, a lunch pail, anything like that. They have you covered. So once again, go to wolfpack.com, use the code Hopeaholics, save 10%, and join the pack.
You know, so that's when I dropped to my knees right then and there. And I had no other reaction besides praying to God. Like, I just felt like there's this overwhelming sense of like desperation, but at the same time of like, I need to do something. You know, sometimes you feel desperate and you get stuck. You're like, I don't know what to do. But this just like led me to like, I got to drop to my knees and I just got to like cry to God.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember doing that. Like, God, please take this addiction away from me. Please take, you know, this person that I'm becoming, remove him. I know this is not the life that you have for me. I know that you want me to have my family. Like, you have put me in this position, 4 kids, to be the head of the household, right? Why am I dealing with all this stuff? So I made that prayer. That weekend, I went and got some help, started taking control of my life. And ever since then, I just made it a mission every single day just to be sober. That was my number one goal. That was it, you know? And then go from that to getting my family back, to getting in shape. Because I wasn't even in shape back in the day, you know, when I was drinking alcohol or nothing like that. So removing the alcohol, removing the drugs, that changed my life completely. And the only regret with that is I wish I did it sooner.
Sure.
You know? And that's basically that pivotal moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else would work. The getting arrested, the DUIs, none of that stuff worked. But stripping my family away, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, knowing damn well that my kids are in a different state because of their dad.
Mm.
They're not in their own bed.
Right.
You know, and my daughter, and my daughter has this blanket, right? It's like her comfort blanket. She loves this blanket. She falls asleep with it. She needs it. That blanket was in the middle of the floor when I got home. So what killed me was that my daughter is in a different state. She doesn't have her dad. She's probably scared. She doesn't know what's going on, and she doesn't have her blanket. Like, that just sucked, you know? So that's what really hurt. And I'm like, man, I can't keep doing this. I can't, you know? So I just surrendered.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I mean, I have to commend your wife for doing that. I mean, we always talk about on here, because it's going to be very, very different, those like boundaries, those limits that from parents to spouses to friends for the addict and alcoholic, of like what is tolerable for you to be like, enough is enough.
Right.
And good for her to have the courage to say, you know what, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with, because we're a mess.
Yeah.
Like, and we're a wrecking ball. And so I think it's it just goes to show how strong of a partner you picked.
Yeah.
To be with, for her to be able to be like, you know what, I'm out. Stood up or show up, buddy.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, me and the kids are worth way more.
Yeah.
And I believe wholeheartedly in that, because it's tough to see somebody that you love consistently like not be the person that they know, who they fell in love with, who they see that is really like deep inside there, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, that's amazing, especially now. Obviously, it worked out for to the better. But is that where it kind of birthed your business now and what you're doing? I see you're wearing 100%. The Blessed and Fit. I love that. Because it kind of just started this whole other journey for you.
Yeah, it basically put my back against the wall.
Yeah.
And it really made me reveal like what I have to do.
Sure.
Right. And sometimes when our back is against the wall, we have no choice but to just fight and get out of that, or give up and just say, oh, well, I'm not going to do anything no more. But I couldn't do that. Like, that's not me, you know? And I've always been that person. And the good thing about me having this addictive behavior is that this carries on to all areas of my life. Now I'm addicted to so many good things, like health, fitness, my family, being a good husband, you know, being a good father. Like, I'm addicted to this stuff. I need to do something every single day to push that needle forward to becoming a better man. Right. And so I'm glad I have this addiction behavior. I just needed to learn how to channel it properly. You know, and once I learned how to channel it properly, you're right. I started a business. I got in shape. My marriage is better than ever. Like, my relationships are better than ever. And now I have this cool story and testimony to share with other people to help them, you know? So I believe that, guys, that like, you know, people with the darkest past, they have the brightest future, you know, because you have to go through something hard and kind of something that sucks to value the rest of your life and to value the good stuff, you know? So yeah, that's what birthed Warpath Fitness. That's what birthed me doing what I do. I used to do HVAC. I used to do heating, ventilation, air conditioning. Yeah. And I was making good money, you know, I was good. We were fine. And I knew in my heart that God put all this stuff. I believe this, that God put all this stuff here to reveal to me this man and who I'm capable of to help other people. And so that's what I said. I said, I want other people and men to feel how I feel, to feel empowered, to feel confident again, to feel like they can come from one spot, but completely change it. it doesn't need to be that end of the story for them. You know, so that's what I'm doing now, is just being that positive influence, hopefully, that people can see, like, damn, this is where this guy came from, this is where he's at now. If he can do that in this short amount of time, what can I do?
For sure.
You know?
Was that day when you walked in, was that the last day? Did you drink any more after that?
No.
That was it?
That was it.
Put it down?
Put it down completely.
Surrendered.
I was done.
Nice.
I was done.
You were given the gift of desperation that day.
Yep.
I love that gift. It's a gift that I don't ever want to lose. I want to hold that gift for the rest of my life, because I've thrown it away before. You know, I had 9 years, and the outside world, that old San Bernardino lifestyle looked and sounded better than this white picket fence. And
isn't it crazy how your brain thinks that way?
It's horrible.
Yeah, because I had all these responsibilities, and my buddies were still. I was still kind of young. I was probably a little bit younger than you are now. I was like 34, 35, maybe 36 when I relapsed. I had 9 years clean and sober and doing the deal and running treatment centers. I had a wife. I had 2 stepdaughters and a daughter of my own and a son.
Yeah.
And I owned a home literally with a white picket fence around it. And I was like, everything was amazing.
Yeah.
One of my old buddies found me on Facebook, because Facebook was new. And he called me up, and I was like, what are you doing? And he said, oh, I'm about to go into this chick's house, sell her some shit, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I knew exactly where he was going. I knew who the chick was. Sounded fun for a second.
Yeah.
And then I hung up the phone, and I was like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
2 weeks later, I called him up, and I was like, I just want to get high one time. It's like, can you sell me a 1/4 ounce of meth? I just want to get high one time.
Right.
Like, who buys a fucking 1/4 ounce of meth to get high one time?
Right.
An addict.
Yeah.
Because for me, one time meant the whole entire fucking weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
You know, because I knew that. And I'll tell you what, I was so clean and so off of drugs. And I went straight to the needle, the way I always did it.
No.
And when I put that needle in my arm and I did it, it was like I had never done it before. And it fucking latched onto me like.
Got you again.
Oh.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop for the next, like 7 years.
Wow.
And when I say that, I was stopped many times by God and the Orange County Sheriff's Department and judges, and put in this program and that program. And I did get, multiple years clean again.
Yeah.
But I'd never surrendered, and I had never found God again until the last time.
Yeah.
And the last time was terrible. It was like, and I was like, it was like you. I mean, in a 3-week period, I had been arrested 3 times and picked up 19 charges.
Wow.
In 3 weeks. One of them being felony evading the police in a Lamborghini. Good times, man.
Yeah.
But when the bail agent came in, like I had pushed everybody out of my life, and I was divorced and remarried, and I was sitting in rehab. And my wife told me that she wasn't sure that she wanted to stay, and I had to make a decision right then and there. Was I going to like stop hurting people? Because that's what I was doing.
No.
And I knew even if she left me, I didn't want to hurt another human being the way that I had hurt her, to feel that she didn't know whether she wanted to stay or go, and more likely go. Because I ain't this dude when I'm getting loaded.
No. Yeah. And usually they're checked out a long time before they even let you know that. You know what I mean?
And that was my surrender, man.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
And I didn't ever want to forget how I felt that day, because it was so painful. Not because I was hurting myself, but the damage that I had done to everybody else in my life. Again.
Yeah.
Like, again.
Yeah.
This wasn't the first time I'd done this to people. This was again. And I was like, I'm done. And I don't ever want to forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can't. I think once you forget that, that's it.
That's when
you're
in
back.
trouble.
Yeah, you're back to being who you were.
Because our brain is lies to us. It lives in like this delusion.
Yeah.
And it's enticing. But that's what the
Yeah.
devil does.
Exactly. That's what the devil does, right? He creeps into your brain. He knows exactly where to get
Yep.
you. He knows where that spot's at.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
just got to press right there,
Mhm.
and they're mine. It's it.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just our brains are meant to protect us, right?
Mhm.
Like, hey, there's something hot over there. Don't touch it. And that's why we have to kind of build that mindset up, right? To be in control of that,
For sure.
to know hey, what's good, what's bad. Like I'm just gonna do it one time. Darn well you're not gonna just do it
Totally.
one time and put it down. You know what I mean? I was never that one time person. Like I envy those people like have one
Me
beer
too.
and that's it. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna
Or
go-
just get drunk one night.
yeah.
Like, and not even so drunk that you black out.
Yeah,
Like, what is
have
that?
have 3 beers,
Or like,
you
oh,
know.
I can't have any more.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
what?
done. I'm good.
I'm
What
finishing
you
fucking
mean?
people's cups. Like,
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, you're not gonna drink that here.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
We can't have that go to waste.
Yeah, So it's like that was me. And I hated that when people were like, it's 12 o'clock. We're
Right.
probably gonna head out. I'm like, what
Right.
do you mean, dude?
Head
Like,
out, bro. Let's go
we're
get
just
some
getting
cocaine.
started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And that was
yeah.
my thing. I
Yeah.
was never like, I never did that stuff alone. But when I drank, oh, here come the coke.
Yep.
Here come all the
Oh,
other
sure.
stuff.
Totally.
But when I wasn't drunk, no, I don't do coke, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's some hard stuff. I'll
Mhm.
smoke some weed, but once I drank, hey, that changed everything.
Yeah.
It's like, who am I? Oh, let's party. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's all bad.
It's
huh?
bad, bro.
How did you stop?
Um,
Like, did you seek treatment, or did you go to like AA or NA, or did you just do it?
I had
Through
to
church.
do AA forcefully because of the DUIs
Sure, yep.
and the trouble that I was at. So I had to go to AA. But for me, the AA didn't have such an impact on me.
Sure.
Because I kept hearing people talk about their story and like guys were in there for 15 years still struggling with the same
Sure.
thing and like, yeah, I'm just this. And to me, I'm like, dude, you've been here for 15 years, like, and you're still struggling. Like, I hope that's not me.
Yeah.
Like, what's the solution? I want to figure this out. Like, how can I beat this? So I use fitness. I use nutrition. I use feeling better. I use what I did is I got a coach. I got a coach to keep me accountable. And I checked in with this guy every single day, right? And I was getting in shape. And I started noticing when I felt good because I was eating correctly, I was drinking water, I was exercising properly, I had like this natural high to me.
Mhm.
And whenever, in my mindset, I tricked myself. If I have a drink, that's all going to go away.
Mhm.
And I'm never going to feel like that ever again.
Mhm.
And I hated feeling drunk. I hated feeling like, and that's the thing, I was living a life that I didn't even like anymore.
Mhm.
I would drink and not even like drinking. I'm like, why am I drinking? So I got a coach. I started feeling good. I started losing weight. That was it for me. I never relapsed. I haven't thought about it.
Mhm.
And all I can count this to is God,
Yeah.
the grace of God, because of that prayer that I prayed. When I dropped to my knees and I surrendered and I said, God, take this away from me, he took it away from me.
Mhm.
Because I haven't felt the need to drink, the want, the craving. I walk into bars, I'm good. And I could never do that before. Never. And so like, it's just, to me, it has to be something supernatural because I know for myself, I can't do it alone.
For sure.
I think that's the most important part of the whole entire thing, because like even if you go over to AA, and it talks about in the book is it's not that we have like alcoholism is a spiritual malady. We try to shove whatever we can
Mm-hmm.
into this God-sized hole that only God can fill.
Yeah.
And there's so many paths to sobriety, to recovery, that there it's definitely not one size
Mm-hmm.
fits all. The 12 steps worked well for me. It was more about me pulling my eyeballs out and sticking them in, finding God that I could do business with, because I had a terrible relationship with God when I got sober. I thought he was evil. I mean, mean, and couldn't love somebody like me.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a different path to get back to where I am now,
Mm-hmm.
and having that personal relationship with God, which for me is Jesus. It's not for everybody in Alcoholics Anonymous, which is fine.
Right.
I will say this though, when it comes to any path in sobriety, you will not succeed unless you believe in some type of power greater than yourself.
Power greater
period.
than yourself.
That's
period.
the only requirement that I think personally that
Yeah.
I will stand on.
Yeah.
Whether it's God, whether it's the ocean, whatever it may be, I don't care what it is.
Mhm.
I don't care who people pray to.
Believe.
But
I mean,
you
it's all
gotta
the same
something.
thing if we think about it.
100%.
It's building
It all
a
comes
personal
from the same
relationship.
creator, right? So
Yeah.
whatever name you want to give it,
Completely.
it's fine. Yeah.
Because it's like you hear too many times of like stories like yourself, and that's why I think your story and what you're doing is so powerful, is because you were married, you had the shit, you had it, you had the wife, you had the kids, and you were able to make that switch and make that change, and your beautiful wife sitting behind us here today, and you're able to talk to other men that might be in that same exact spot where they can't move. Their back's up against the wall and they think that they're hopeless, but they're not, because they hear someone like yourself and can make a change. And that's why I think it is important to hear people's different sobriety journeys, because there is not one size fits all.
Right.
You don't have to just go to AA or NA or go to treatment or this, that, or the other. It doesn't really matter how you get sober. It's all about being the best possible humans that we are supposed to, that I believe God destined all of us to live in our purpose and to be kind and loving towards others. And finding some type of belief in something other than yourself is a really key component in making all of those things kind of fall in line. Because it does sound like, obviously, you know, faith played a major role in your recovery process, because what happens usually, you come to a pretty dark moment and we all hit our knees and something's crying out to something bigger. Something like, help me. If something is real out there, please help me, because I cannot do this. How many times have we heard that from either ourselves that we've done it, or other people that maybe they don't hit their knees, but they're crying. They're crying to something. And it's like, please help me do something, because left to our own devices, we fumble.
That's it. We can't do it on our own, you know, and something that was so horrible at the time was the biggest blessing.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And like, we think this as like just simple human beings. We think that this is the end of the world.
Totally.
I'm never
My
going to
life is over. This is it.
Like, my wife's gone. That's it. You know what I mean? And honestly, it was the best thing that could have possibly happened to me. And like, I believe that God has a purpose. God has a plan. And it's not going to make sense to you in the very beginning. But at the end, when everything's kind of, you know, said and done, it's like, oh, okay, now I see what he was doing.
Totally.
You know, and he was working on my wife.
For sure.
Through me, because my wife, when she came back and we got together, she apologized to me. I'm like, why are you apologizing to me? Because I was enabling you.
Sure.
Whenever we went out to restaurants, I would order a margarita too. I would order this. I would take shots with you. And if I knew you had this problem and I'm your wife and I'm supposed to stand behind you and support you, and I know you have this problem, why am I here still doing this in front of you? So I'm sorry. And maybe part of this was because of me too. You were looking at me and maybe I gave you the okay, like, well, maybe she's not that tired of it. She's drinking with me. Maybe we can handle this, you know? And I'm like, wow, I didn't even think about that, because to her, she could have the one drink and be fine.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But for me, it's not the case. But she still realized, wow, okay, I do have something. So when she was over there and we were separated, she was not only just thinking about everything that I did wrong and everything. She was also taking, you know, inventory of herself and figuring out, okay, what can I possibly do to also help the situation, or what could have I done to help him? And so now we come back and she's sober, I'm sober. We have no alcohol in our house. Our kids don't see beers in the fridge no more. This is the legacy now and the changing of the family trees that we're doing together, you know? And I think that's why me and my wife have a lot of stories to tell. Like, we have a lot of stuff that we've gone through and been through and gotten past it, you know? And I think like God's have used all that to bring us closer together.
For sure.
And now create this new legacy that we have for our family.
Yeah, you're breaking generational curses.
Right. And I think that's why our life is so hard in a sense.
Sure.
Because we have to have a hard path. But it's all because of God's purpose.
And you can't enjoy anything that's amazing and feels good if you don't have the pain of the misery of walking through something that is dark. You don't have light without the darkness.
Right. It's like yin and yang, you know?
Exactly. But I think that's also another huge component why I love stories like that, because your wife taking an inventory on just looking at herself and not looking at all the wrongs and all the things that you have done, haven't done, whatever it may be. But that's why you guys are together today.
Right.
Is because you were able to both come together as a unit and kind of look at oneself to then kind of, you know, try to mend what was going on when you guys were together, you know, which I think is really important, because a lot of times, especially in relationships, it's like, well, you did this, you did that, you did this, when there's two to
you're like
tango.
keeping score.
Totally.
You know, it's like, you guys are a team, right? Like, we're on the same team. Why are we battling each other in a sense? Why don't we use that energy to come together and figure out the solution and how we can both improve? You know, so I think, yeah, there's a lot of pointing fingers, especially in addictive type of relationships, you know, toxic relationships. And a lot of it too, unfortunately, sometimes both people are drinking.
Totally.
Both people are under the influence. You know, it's very rare that it's like one person sober and then one person's the problem.
Right.
More than likely, you know, there's going to be two going on. So yeah, I that's what really opened my eyes to like what such a, you know, great, beautiful woman that she is. Like, she's able to see that, admit that, to help me, even though I've hurt her so much through the alcohol and everything that I put her through, to be able to also like, hey, I'm sorry also. You know, it's not just you. I'm here for you as well. And so like, that's what really has made me like, dude, I can't let her down.
Right.
Like, I can't take a drink no more. Like, even if it was just me, like, and I wanted the drink, she would pop in my head and be like, nah, I can't let her down.
Yeah.
You know, as a man being, you know, committed and loyal, right? Like, you could mess yourself up, but you can't let your team down. You know what I mean? Like, you can get drunk on the weekends, but you got a game on Saturday, you better be there performing, you know? So it's like, you don't want to let that team down. So that's where it just helps me be a better man, you know, having that team behind me, my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's I wanna move on a little bit to fitness, man. So you started coaching shortly after this?
Probably about, a year after. Once I got a year sober, that's when I started saying, okay, like I got my year. That's what I wanted. I wanted a year. That was my goal. And I said, okay, now I can help people. So after about a good year, I lost over 100 pounds in like 11 months. Yeah, I was fat. I was like 260 at my height. Like, I was a big, heavy guy. I lost over 100 pounds, got down to like 155, completely sober. Felt good, felt great. And I was like, dude, I need to help other guys do this.
Yeah.
Like, if I could do it, me coming from everything I've gone through, anybody can do this, you know?
Damn.
And that's what lit that fire. Like, that's what got me like, okay, like I'm on, you know, I found my purpose, you know, and now I'm like, okay, now my life has begun. I thought I had, like, you know how everybody says, like, oh, back in the day, the good old days.
Sure.
Shoot, my good old days are still in front of me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
No, that's amazing. When did you actually go all in with your coaching and fitness and what?
September 13th, I remember the date, 2021.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in my HVAC, my truck. I was running calls.
Yep.
And I called my wife and I said, I'm tired of this, man. I'm done. Like, I want to coach people. The whole time I was working, I was coaching people. I was on my phone and I had clients while I was working. And I'm like, all right, we have 6 months of savings. I'm going to give myself 6 months to do this, go all in on it. And if I can't do it, I'll go back to HVAC. What do you think about it? Let's do it. You know, the wife, you said, let's go. Let's go. So I said, all right, got everything handled, quit my job that day.
Wow.
Went in, hey, man, I'm turning my keys. This is what I'm doing. I was completely honest with him.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen me lose the weight. You've seen me, I was here for a while, and you've seen the changes I made. I'm going all in on myself. No hard feelings, nothing against the company.
Yeah.
I just need to bet on myself right now. Like, I'm in this pivotal moment in my life, and if I don't do this, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Did you have were you already doing some coaching?
Yeah, I had like 4 clients.
4?
Or something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
My piece of paper right here says that you've helped over 1,000.
Yeah.
Damn.
Over 1,000 people.
Nice.
Yep.
I mean, that's like crazy. You've touched 1,000 people.
1,000 lives. Yes.
Over 1,000 probably
Yes,
at this
over.
point.
Yeah.
So
And how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing this for like 6 years now, since 2019.
It's incredible, dude.
Yeah, 2020. So I have a lot of people like online, and then I opened up the in-person training too.
Oh.
So now I do both.
Nice.
So yeah, so I was just doing online for a while, and then we got with our gym, and now we're coaching in-person clients at Metroflex in Murrieta.
Nice.
So yeah, I take the men, she takes the women, and same program, everything's good. The reason why we do that is because we also like to do like team calls and stuff like that, right? And another part of my coaching is we go over addiction, we go over vices and things that are going on, right, in a man's life. I found, because I used to coach men and women, I found that guys, when they're in a room with women, they don't want to share as much.
For sure.
Right? They want to seem like they're macho or
tough
like,
guy.
I'm tough guy. I don't have no problems. What do you mean? I don't struggle with anything.
Totally. I'm good. I'm solid.
Yeah. Once you remove those
Straight.
women out, those guys start to soften up. They start to admit, hey, dude,
Especially if like another guy admits something.
yeah,
Yeah.
it opens up
it's
that
huge.
door, and
For
it's
sure.
like, oh,
Huge.
okay, I can be vulnerable here. I
Yes.
can, this is like a safe spot for me.
Yeah.
Okay, now I started to see guys open up. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna coach men. I want to focus on men. I'm not a woman. I have no idea what you women are going through.
Yeah.
I can ask my wife, but honestly, if I'm gonna charge people money, I want to make sure I'm confident in knowing that I can help you.
I think that's smart.
So,
I mean, it seems I see that you're into a lot of the stuff that we are, like, hormone optimization, peptides, nutrition, all of that.
Biohacking.
yeah.
We're all about that.
Yep.
Over
Yep.
here.
Yeah, I mean, it's helped me tremendously, especially with my addictiveness and you know
Sure.
what I mean? Like the stuff that I go through, I don't got to fall back onto, like we were talking about kratom, before the show.
Yeah.
Like that was a slippery slope, especially for me having an addiction,
Sure.
None of that is possible with peptides and,
Mm-hmm.
TRT and stuff like that. Like all that stuff is there to help you feel better. And I think a lot of times I think that's why guys start to go to drugs and alcohol. They don't know how to help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, I wake up, I go to the gym, I try to eat healthy. There's no hope for me.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why should I try? I'm just gonna go home and drink a beer.
Right.
It's like,
Have
dude,
you had
your
have you-
hormones are
Bro,
messed
have you
up.
had your
Like,
hormones checked?
yeah, have you got your blood work done? You're 45 years old. You're overweight. Like,
Mhm.
when's the last time you exercised? Like, check your hormones.
Well,
we
I
put
think
them on.
that's huge for women too, because I feel like
Exactly.
especially women that are getting up there in age, like
Yeah.
I'm in my 40s, so it's like women are going through perimenopause, menopause, and
Mhm.
like your hormones shift like crazily,
Mhm.
and so that's when I feel like women are picking up pills in the bottle because
Yeah.
they don't feel good about themselves because
Some
their
Xanny,
yeah.
some Xanny bars.
Yeah,
Yep.
because their
Too.
hormones are out of whack,
Yeah.
you know? Or they
Yeah.
don't have enough testosterone
Right.
in their body. So then they wonder why their libido or their sex drive is just like
Mhm.
not it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my God, I don't want to have sex with my husband. It's like, well, have you checked or your estrogen level? Or
Yeah.
it's all these things that actually make your body work and
Mhm.
function.
Yeah.
And if we're not checking those out, and what's unfortunately about like our Western medicine is that the blood work panels that they give you is very generic and very basic.
Mhm.
So they're not really doing a deep dive into the ones that you really should be looking at.
Right.
And that's why, like, for us,
They don't.
peptides-
They don't want. I hate to say this, but Big Pharma doesn't want
no, they don't.
us doing a deep dive into that stuff.
They want you fat and sick.
They want you fat and sick.
I've helped clients more than their doctors have
Mhm.
helped them.
Yeah.
And I've gone clients where I read their blood work. I
Yep.
give them a protocol to follow. I do bloods again in another 8 weeks. We compare. Everything's looking really, really good.
Yeah.
Man, I've been struggling on pills, blood pressure medication,
Totally.
all this stuff for years.
Yep.
You did this in, 2-3 months? That's crazy.
You're
like,
smart
yeah.
for doing their blood work.
Yeah, I make sure, do your
Smart.
blood work. If you're going to do any type of, I have to see where you're at, baseline. Yeah, and then from there, yeah. So it's just amazing how, like you said, big pharma or even doctors are just
Sure.
not educated on this stuff.
They're educated by our university. My dad's a physician, so I actually do get to talk a little bit of shit. Because he's changed.
Yeah,
My
that's good.
my dad is, my dad's almost 90 years old.
Wow.
Not a practicing physician at all anymore, but my dad's on the peptide protocol.
Mhm.
My mom doesn't want to get his hormones in balance because she don't want to be doing all that anymore.
Right.
But had and I just want to actually go back to what Natalie said, because men, we've been kind of people in the health and fitness industry, men in the health and fitness industry have been checking their hormones for a long time. You see a lot of people, and now you see guys 50, 60, 70 years old that are still jacked and ripped
Mhm.
and look amazing,
Look at
right?
Sylvester Stallone. We just looked
We-
him up the other day.
We've been doing, he's 70, what did I tell
He
you?
said 79.
79.
Homeboy looks jacked
Yeah.
as fuck, and he
Hey.
looks so good.
And we've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not really that new for men to be
Mhm.
doing it. It should, way more men should be doing it.
Right.
It is new for women.
Yeah.
And women need to be, you get 35, 40 years old, start checking your blood work, check your hormones, get a full panel done.
Yeah.
You start having high blood pressure, let's see why.
Mm-hmm.
Processed foods, we can start there.
Yeah.
We can start with processed foods.
Yeah.
We don't even have to go to like organic foods yet. because like, you know, I cured my high blood pressure with all organic food. Like single ingredient. It was like Gary Brecka kind of got me on the train. Not that I believe everything that Gary Brecka says, but he got me on that train. I watched him heal Dana White and Stephen A. Smith and all these people, right, from all of their ailments that were terrible. And then Natalie actually got me on the peptide game through Transcend, because she's sponsored by Transcend. And it changed my life. My blood work went from terrible to exactly what you said. I think it was 6 weeks in between my two blood panels.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it went from terrible to perfect.
Yeah.
From my peptide protocol.
It's amazing. That's
Like,
why I'm a big believer in them.
Me too.
And I share it with everybody. And everybody thinks like, oh, he's biased because, you know, I'm with the peptide company too. But I am like that because I'm sharing everything that has worked for me.
Totally.
And there's a reason why. You know what I mean? Like if it didn't work or whatever, there'd be no reason for me to talk about it.
No.
You know what I mean? But it's just, it has changed my life for the better, you know, changed my relationships, everything all around. So yeah, I love them. And then they've helped other people. Like you said, you know, everybody that I've coached, they open their eyes to that. And it's just like, whoa, like nobody talks about it. It's like taboo still.
It is.
It's like, why? They're just little chains of amino acids
that our body already
have.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's not like some chemical that's being made by big pharma.
Yeah.
Or like some pill that is like synthetic.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, I think why is because it does look, and it is super overwhelming because it's like you have a syringe, you have a needle, and you're actually drawing solution out. It just looks like a drug addict.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, that's what you want, as opposed to getting a pill that's cut in 7,000 different ways of who knows what's in that pill anyways. Your body.
Let's look at the side effects that you just saw on the commercial every single time.
Or death.
Or death. It's, you know.
massive diarrhea.
Yeah, exactly.
Uncontrollable.
Massive diarrhea, no erections, or death.
Yeah. Or you might die. So
So one of the two.
Yeah.
Like,
or bleeding out of your asshole.
I don't want any of that.
It's like rectal bleeding.
Yeah, rectal bleeding.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you feel about all of this, Lewis?
But what's crazy about the peptide too is like I just got my mom on a protocol.
Nice.
You know, my oldest brother's on a protocol. My other brother is about to start his protocol. It's just like I think the shift is changing because ultimately I think in health and wellness people are starting to wake up where you have to be your own advocate.
Yes.
You know, with anything for that you want to do in your life, you really have to be the one that takes the ball.
Yeah.
The bull by the horns.
That's kind of what
You gotta,
you
gotta take the balls. You gotta
couldn't-
grab
I
them balls.
I couldn't.
You gotta just squeeze them. I don't know where you're going with that.
I wanted to say the bull by the horns, but I couldn't. All I was focused on is the ball.
The ball. You gotta take the ball. Just one ball, or I'm sorry. I'm fucking. I have problems.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the one non-negotiable daily habit that you practice?
Get up, pray, read my Bible.
Where did that come from? Because were you raised in religion or the church?
I was raised Catholic.
Okay.
I was raised Catholic, and I hated it. It was boring to me.
Yeah.
I hated going to church.
I know we kneel so much. It's
It's like, dude, like, man, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right, I know.
Like, I don't get it. I can't connect with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess you could say I was raised. We just went to church.
Sure.
Did we practice it? No, because my family was out partying on the weekends.
Yeah.
We'd come to church, or not me, because I was still younger, but, you know, go to church hungover after partying all day Saturday. So it was, and that's how a lot of Catholic, you know, religions are, right?
Yeah.
Like, let me just ask for forgiveness and I'm good. And then we can do it again, you know? So it wasn't until later on where I converted to Christianity that I really started to like form a relationship with God and actually feel God and actually talk to him and experience him, not going through a priest, not having, you know, any of that.
Sure.
So it's like, that's what led me into changing that. And then I started doing it every day. And I started seeing how it's helped me tremendously. And just having somebody to talk to that isn't going to give you any type of false information or have some type of agenda for them. And it just lets it out, right? So I just feel better, and it's just changed my life. So I just keep doing it, you know, and it helps me. So that's why I do it.
No, I love that. So that's your non-negotiable. That's your daily habit. That
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah. Every day.
And then if people listening and they want to get coached by you or your wife, or where do they go?
Instagram, warpath.fit. That's my IG. And then my wife is mrs.warpath.fit.
I like the name.
Yep, Warpath. And the reason I got Warpath was because during that time, that transition, when I was getting sober and I was trying to find who I was and get my family back, I was on this like warpath.
Yeah.
Right? This hostile path that's hard, blood, sweat, tears that you got to get through. Right? So I was like, what could I like call this? Like I have to pump myself up sometimes.
Yeah.
And I got to like change my mindset and I got to get into this like alter ego type thing. And I'm like, well, Richard's weak, bro. Richard wants to drink beer all the time. He wants to eat shitty food. You know, Richard lost his family. Like, I don't want that guy. I need Warpath to come in. And I started believing that. I'm like, all right, Warpath, he's on point. He hits his macros. He works out every day. He treats his family right. He's disciplined. Like that figure, that action figure you see on TV, you know, that wrestler that you see on TV that's just a badass. It's like, that's who Warpath is. You know, so I turn into that guy every single morning. I wake up and I click the switch, right? I put my cape on or whatever it is, and I get into that mindset of like, I'm Warpath now, you know? And so that's how I developed Warpath Fitness. You know, everybody's going through a war. Everybody's going through this path. Everybody's going through something, right? So that's just what triggered me and turned me into this person now.
I love that.
Yeah.
I have a playlist. It's funny because I have a playlist. It's called War, but it literally is all like Christian and like all stuff, like good music to get me out of your funk. My person that I don't like. She's the same. She's fat and weak and just a bum.
There you go.
And so I like the name. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
I put on the most gangster rap of that's
hey, whatever
me
it
at
takes,
the gym. I'm
whatever
like
it takes.
selling dope. Robbing people.
No, that's a bad person.
That doesn't matter. That's what my alter ego is. My alter ego is a badass.
There you go.
He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah.
He sounds like not a nice person.
He's not, but he fucking works out at the gym.
Yeah.
He ain't the guy that leaves the gym. I leave him there.
Yeah.
I leave that fool there.
I don't know about that. I think he lingered a lot.
You got to bring some gangster
of
with
course.
you. You can't be a
You're
puss.
From San Bernardino, bro.
Yeah, you cannot be a puss all the time, man.
Yeah,
like,
unfortunately.
Really? You can't?
No.
Why does she bully me?
No, why do you bully me? Why are you such a bully?
Please. Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
What I do want to know about can you break down, your peptide protocols and how you do it in your program?
Yeah. Basically, well, we do blood work, right? Figure out what's your baseline, see where you're at. I like blood work too for a lot of reasons. It kind of helps me identify how's your nutrition going to look like.
Yeah.
Are you have high cholesterol? Do we need to fix that? Are you low on iron? What type of foods are we going to have? And then from there, obviously talking to them and understanding like what they're feeling. Like the symptoms.
Sure.
So treating more of like a symptom type of thing rather than just throwing everything at them and just be like, that should work. Like let's just fill the whole kitchen sink and something will stick. So like really understanding the person, like, what are you going through, man? How's your day look like? Like you wake up tired, like after sleeping 8 hours, like how long has that gone for you? Brain fog, all that stuff. Okay, well, you're 100 pounds overweight. We got to take care of that, so we're going to put you on a peptide stack that's going to be for fat loss, whether it's Retta, TrueTide, or, any other, the 5-amino 1-MQs, right? So basically just try to figure out exactly what they need. And then I give them a few different options, right? Best, better, okay, good, because not everybody can either afford it or they're still kind of figuring stuff out. They don't want to take a bunch of stuff either. So you kind of meet them where they're at also. I can give you this whole stack, but are you comfortable taking it all?
Because it is overwhelming, especially when you first start. It's and if you have to reconstitute any of them, it's very like, I know when I got my first, I was like, what am I doing? Am I doing this right? But then once you actually start, I feel like after the first couple times that you reconstitute,
it's easy. It's simple. Yeah, it's simple. So I tell people that give it a few, let's try the first month. Let's see how you feel and take it step by step. Let's try Retta first, and then we'll try some NAD for that brain fog and that tiredness, right? Like you need some more energy throughout the day. So the Retta is going to help you lose the fat, right? And I explain to them what each individual thing does. And then kind of just give them their dosages, their protocols. They're checking in with me every single week, if not daily, just so I can see how they're feeling, any side effects. And then we just kind of like manage their dosages from there, kind of titrate up or go down and find that happy medium for them, But a lot of it is just educating them on what a peptide is, what it does, how it could help them. And then I don't force it on them. This is the info. Do your own research. Figure out what you want to take and then come to with any questions. And then we nail it down. Okay, cool. We're going to start you off with these two. And then in 8 weeks, we'll throw this one in and see how you feel then, and a lot of times, man, I mean, it's just people dealing with like inflammation, their joints hurt, bones hurt. So, the BPC and the TB500s, those type of things. And
those are our go-tos too.
Yeah, I love them. My top right now that I'm doing is retatrutide, NAD, and the BPC TB500 combined together.
What do you think about the how do you say it?
Retatrutide?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
love it.
That's the newest one.
We haven't. None of us have taken it yet, but
have you guys tried the tirzepatide?
Yeah.
So it's like that, but like
it has another
GL.
It has like three.
The three of them. Yeah.
A lot of people here are loving AOD.
AOD.
So I haven't messed.
I
with
haven't
tried that one yet
with it either. But literally, it's called anti-obesity drug.
Oh, okay.
That's what AOD stands for.
But is it a GLP-1 too?
No, it's not. But it's an appetite suppressant.
Okay.
There's a few people that like don't want to take the GLP-1s for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I think it's because I think the mainstream media really made it out
to
be.
It's not.
Ozempic.
I just want to be like real clear about mainstream media. Since we're on that topic, real quick, mainstream media gets most of their advertisers are two people. Food companies and pharmaceutical companies. That's where they get the majority of their money.
Yes.
If we put people on GLP-1s, if everybody in the world is on GLP-1s, the amount of food we buy goes way down. And guess what else goes down?
Meds.
The amount of medications that you have to take on a daily basis. Those two people do not want that to happen. Like Big Pharma, the two of them are fighting this tooth and nail. They want these things off the market, and the Big Pharma wants to own everything, which they can't actually own. These peptides, they're peptides, not drugs.
Yeah,
they're peptides.
Right.
What is it? Mongiorno. And what are some of the other names?
What was that other one? Yeah, I know there is another one.
So I want to be clear. That's it. That's their injection. What they're they have FDA approved and everything is their thing to inject it. They might actually put a little something else in their tirzepatide and call it
but they just make it a lot more convenient instead of like gangster syringe needle. That's it. It just has the.
But then you only get two different. You only get two different options or three different options, like to take 2.5 or 5.
Yeah.
You know what? Some people need 3 milligrams. Some people need 4 milligrams. They don't need 2.5, and then you don't need to jump to 5 because that's a lot.
Yeah. Sometimes less is more with all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I tell people, don't worry about taking, like, you start off at 1 milligram, ride that out all the way. Like, who cares if you're doing it for 8 weeks? Like, everybody goes on their research, right? They do their own, this guy titrated up after 4 weeks, and everybody's different. You know what I mean?
That is so important.
Yes.
Everybody's body is different. That's why, like, when it comes to nutrition and all of the things that, I mean, you can lump it in even sobriety. It's like, it looks different for every single human being. So it's like, how everyone's body processes certain types of food is going to be different. So everyone, we just continue to play a comparison game when we can't do that. We can admire. And we could be like, oh, that looks, I wonder what they're doing. And then you can try to implement little things to improve whatever that may be, whether, in the gym or your nutrition or their peptide protocol. When it comes to the peptide protocol, I feel like across the board, everybody agrees with the BPC 157, the TB 500, some sort of GLP-1, whether it's semaglutide, tirzepatide, or the retatrutide.
Yeah, Retta True Try.
Just
Just say Retta. I just say
yeah,
Retta.
totally.
It's too long
I
of a
usually
word.
just say T-Zip,
T-zip.
Sema,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Retta, Retta.
But I feel like those are like the stacks that I see the majority of people do really, really well on because, you know, you're decreasing inflammation with the BPC 157. You're helping it also helps, like one of the GLP-1s is helping addiction space too, because it works on like that craving or that just the impulse control
exactly
of the food, which
it takes
also
like the food noise away.
Yeah,
So
takes the alcohol noise away too for
takes that
people.
away too.
What was I gonna say about the? So I do BPC 1. I mean, I kind of cycle it. Right now, I'm doing BPC 157 and TB 500, but I switched over to doing my TB 500 twice a week in a bigger dose, and I do my BPC every day. So I hit like I don't know what the milligram is on it. I just know it's 60 units on my syringe. I do mix them though. I put it in one because I don't want to. I get so tired of being a pincushion.
Yeah.
Sometimes it hurts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
You
especially
know?
if you're doing it every day. You know. I mean.
I do it every day.
I do it every day. I do BPC every day.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't do NAD every day. Do you do NAD?
I do it 3 times. So I do.
I
Monday,
do it like
Wednesday,
3
Friday.
times a week too.
Yeah.
I like
It
the
seems
Monday,
to
Wednesday, Friday.
we work really well for me at that level because like I do it on Monday, Tuesday I'm still full of
Yeah,
energy.
you're still good. Yeah.
I did it today, and she's like, "Why are you talking so much?" I said, well, "I did
I
it. I
know.
did NAD
I'm
this morning.
like, damn.
I'm hyped.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Yeah. I took some before I left here too. So
Life's
I feel
good. I didn't even need a energy drink.
Good for you.
See how she treats me. It's terrible, dude. To deal with this every day of my life. Well, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Occasionally
weekends
on the
off.
weekends. Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I love them. It's a game changer. You know, it's just I'm so glad like I found what works. For
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
For me, you know,
Yeah.
I have to realize this is what works for me, and this is the education I give, and you just need to try it for yourself. You know, and if you're slight bit interested, try it. There's no, you know, I mean, like you said, we all produce these peptides in our body already.
Totally.
You know, they're not steroids.
No.
They're not synthetic
Nope.
drugs. You know, it's gonna help you if anything. You know, and a side effect. Yes, there's side effects to anything, of course.
Sure.
But usually it's like maybe a headache. You know, maybe like a little bit of nausea.
Sure.
And then it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Nothing.
Yeah, I had
nothing
the
major.
trizipatide. I couldn't do semaglutide at all. It was gnarly for me. But trizipatide, I had to start really low dose. Really low. Like if 2.5 is the starting dose, I was doing like 1 milligram.
Yeah.
Because it made me nauseous and tired.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like I couldn't get out of bed.
Wow.
I was sleeping like the first time I did it, I felt sick. I couldn't eat. And then I tried it twice and I was like, fuck this. I guess I can't do them. And then I was like, why don't you just try it like half less than what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And that worked out fine.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is too. A lot of side effects are just because you're probably just taking too much.
Yeah.
You know, drop the dose down a little bit and more than likely you're going to be fine.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
know, so yeah, it's awesome.
And the tiredness went away.
Good for you though. I feel like the way that you're coaching and the way that you're approaching your like fitness business is how it really should be, because like you can go and get there's a lot of coaches out there that we see that don't do that, you know, that don't take that into, I mean, everybody's going to want something very different, you know. You can, if I just want a program, I'm going to go get a program.
Right.
But like if people really want like the full shebang.
Yeah. And I do that too. You know, I mean, some people, they don't want to do, you know, peptides. They don't want to do TRT, and that's completely fine. Hey, no worries, man. You just want a protocol. You just want some, you know, you wanna fix your diet. That's a good start. Like, let's fix your diet first. Let's start there, and we'll check in every
different
week.
Tiers.
You know, yeah, exactly. Different tiers. You got to meet people where they're at. You know,
right.
And then later on, they get used. They get, you know, fit. They like stuff. They start doing more research. They might later on want to try.
Yeah.
It, you know, who knows? But you got to meet people where they're at. Give them that education, and just kind of be there. Not to hold their hand in a sense, but yeah, hold their hand and guide them through this. You know, because a lot of people, it's their first time doing fitness or eating healthy. You know, and then they have a bad experience with a coach or personal trainer, and then they think that fitness and nutrition is not for them. It's just like, you know, they're like, man, screw it, I'm just gonna be fat the rest of my life. It's like, no, you just had a bad experience.
For sure. It's just like you can say that with therapists. We were talking about it this morning. People have a really bad experience with therapists where it's like, yeah, of course you do. You have to keep going until you find one that is suitable for yourself.
Did you know that if you take the word therapist and you split the E from the R,
See where you're
it's
going.
the rapist. Just saying,
What?
guys. The rapist.
Wow.
Or they're
I did
pissed.
not. Oh, they're pissed.
They're pissed.
For real.
always pissed at
I've
me
always
when I
had a
go.
bad taste in my mouth.
Did you
Therapist.
see it now, guys? You see it? My
Did you hear that, Emily?
Poop.
That's what he thinks. That's how he feels about therapy.
What do you mean? I employ a ton of therapists.
But at the same
I
time,
believe
But
in
you're
them.
not-
that's
yeah.
kind of our jobs as coaches and therapists is to kind of get you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you're falling off track and stuff like that, my job is not to say, "Oh, it's okay.
It's
you know,
okay.
let's just try harder." No, brother, you hired me for a
Yes.
reason.
Totally.
You know, and I'm gonna make sure. And you know what? I want your transformation pictures.
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's more important for me too.
Yeah.
And I feel like with some people, I care more than they care sometimes. And it's like, bro, you just invested in yourself. You know, you did this for a reason. At one point, you
Yep.
knew you need this.
Yep.
Why are we falling off?
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of coaching too is just talking to people, figuring them out, like hearing them out. What are they going through?
It is lightweight
know?
therapy.
It is.
Like-
and I feel like that's how I am. You know, I'm a therapist. I'm a
Yeah.
peptide
Yeah,
protocol
yeah.
guy. Like I'm a doctor. I'm a nutritionist. Like I wear many caps,
Yeah.
but it's all because, you know, that's what people need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could just be this coach. It's like, here's a plan, cookie cutter. I'm going to give this to everybody who's your weight and height.
Sure.
It's the same exact protocol. That would make my
Yeah.
job way easier, but that's a disservice to you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, and morally it's just not right, you know, and I don't
I also think that people think, and I'm going to end soon, but this is my last kind of thing I want to say is I also think that people think that it's harder to eat healthy than it actually is.
Mhm.
It's actually really easy to eat healthy because, like, for me, I eat single ingredient food. How hard is it to find a single ingredient food? It's very easy.
Mhm.
You know, broccoli is a single ingredient food.
Yeah.
A rice is a single meat is a single ingredient food,
Yeah.
and then I just put them all together, and I have a good meal.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Well, now I have Catherine who cooks for me, but you know, that's amazing, right?
It is.
Yeah, it's a lot of overthinking.
It is.
It
It's
is,
just-
right?
It's just
That's
lack of
it.
education.
And sometimes
all.
too, like we get hungry and then we're like, McDonald's sounds good.
Oh, yeah, that's what
You know, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. I don't know how your protocols are. I'm not really the fasting kind of guy because
Yeah, me neither.
I would love to fast, but I break my fast every morning when I drink my coffee.
Right.
I can't
You're
drink-
fasting for what, 8 hours a day or
I can't
9?
drink coffee without creamer in it. It ain't happening, man. I love my French vanilla.
And that's okay, you know.
That's my poison, my one poison that I still use every day. It's poison.
It's
'Cause
okay.
that shit ain't
It's okay.
that shit ain't single ingredient.
No, it's not. But it's okay because that's your like one. That's what you
Yeah.
like. Everyone's gonna have their little like. I like this certain thing, and if it makes you stay on course for the rest of the week, fuck it.
Well, also like my ice cream.
Oh my god, bye.
It's good. Peptides take care of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's exactly
You need that Retta. For
right.
Well, with the trizipatide, I've been able to eat the ice cream and still stay lean.
Yeah, that's the amazing part of it. To me, what has really helped me is I check my blood sugars every morning,
You do?
and
Okay.
it was kind of high. I mean, around like 90 in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, once I started doing Retta, it's dropped. It's improved a lot, like in the 70s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like big improvement, and that's fasting, right? So
Yeah.
and so I
Yeah.
know for sure like it's working, not just with, you know, everything else, but like actually like helping me with my blood sugar,
Sure.
you know, helping me with my insulin
Yeah.
sensitivity. Like I'm even gonna keep it in during a bulk cycle
Sure.
because of the insulin sensitivity that it gives. I'm able to eat more carbs. I'm able to eat more,
Yeah.
less inflammation.
Yeah.
Be able to process it.
Right.
more,
I agree,
you know?
man.
Everybody thinks it's like a weight loss one. Yeah, but you could also use it during a bulk.
You
Yeah.
could, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's what you know. I'm gonna probably just keep it in probably, you know, for a long time.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
So I find a reason not to.
For sure. I agree.
Mhm.
Well, congratulations to you.
Me? You looked at me when you said that.
I know, but I wasn't finished.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry.
you like
I got excited. I thought something good happened in my life that I didn't know about. She has to deal with this too, so whatever. We're equal. We're even. Steven. Oh, it's terrible when you
But
spend
I'm
this
excited.
much time.
I'm excited because I'm coming out to your guys' gym because
Yes.
Rain's going out there for, you know, their new program that they launched this month for their Rain Warriors. What?
I could barely hear you because you weren't talking in your microphone.
That's such a lie. For their Rain Warrior program, they're doing it with him and his gym.
Oh.
So Rain's gonna be doing their like little logos and stuff and going ham at the gym.
Am I going?
Well,
You
I'm
gotta
going.
come, man. You gotta be there. Come on, Chad.
I'm going.
Look, he invited me.
Yeah.
I can go.
We'll get a workout.
Even though you didn't invite me.
I would just naturally assume, am I gonna go by myself? No, you're lumped in there.
I don't know when you do rain stuff, you always do it by
Oh
yourself.
my gosh,
She never invites you.
No,
he's such
she
a child.
doesn't. She doesn't.
I cannot. So we're going to be doing workouts.
It's good stuff, right?
No.
Fucking
Love
makes
it,
for
love
extra
it.
little extra in the.
You gotta have
podcast.
it in there.
The thing is that like we spend a lot of time.
Anyways.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
All right,
it's not about you
bye.
or me. It's about him.
Yeah, dude. I'm stoked to.
Yeah, I'm excited to come out and work out with you guys.
Yeah,
and your
for sure.
beautiful wife.
Yeah.
We're gonna have her on
Yeah,
to hear
Tell
her story.
tell her.
As
I
well.
tell her all the time, like, you need to get on podcast with me. We need to do it together. But
Oh, for sure. We could have totally done that one together.
Yeah.
We should have.
we'll do a part 2.
Yeah, we'll do part 2. Stay tuned for part 2, you
Stay
guys.
tuned.
Yeah, but thank you.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. It was fun.
appreciate you.
I love it.
Yeah, God is good.
God is good.
all the time.
That's right.
Yep.